All right, guys, welcome back to Sayin Society. You have myself, Jochik, Justman, and Jagad. We're back after like a hiatus of I don't know how long.
After years.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So this is kind of a different setup because we're like all in different spots. But we are doing our first movie review of the year. It's like halfway through the year.
It might be the first movie review of like the past like 2 years. Like
No, no,
like
no.
No,
strictly
no.
strictly movie review, like not like the top 10 or something like that.
We
It's
did
been a
Dune,
while.
no? Well, I guess how long
That
was
was
that?
like a whole
Yeah,
year
we
ago,
did Dune,
brother.
and then
That was a whole year ago.
Wild. Okay, yeah, yeah. Pretty much in a year. So we're doing the new Superman movie.
Yes, sir.
Superman
Oh
2025,
my
directed by
god.
James
Yeah,
Gunn,
James
starring David Gordon
Gunn.
Sweat.
Yo, before we even like get into it, you know what's crazy?
What?
Michael Rosenbaum, like the guy that plays Lex from Smallville,
Yeah,
is
He
credited
he
in the
he
movie.
he voice acts one of the flying guys.
yeah.
Forgot
Yeah,
what their
I
names
had no
are.
idea, and I was like, that's insane. But anyways, do we want to start with our ratings first? Just to
Sure,
Mm,
sure. That'd be a
sure.
see where
different
you guys
way.
are at and see what and then we can start talking about why it's different, you know?
Okay, start it off.
Okay, I'm gonna say when I walked out of the movie, mine was like a 8.3 out of 10.
Right?
Okay. So
Okay.
like since then I've changed it, but I think like just that first impression, it was like this is the most Superman like movie we've had, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, there was just things that just needed to be cleaned up and things that just didn't sit right with me.
Okay. What's your final score? Are you gonna give that at the end
I'll give it
after
at
you
the
give
end.
some
Let's
reasonings?
have a conversation. I'll give it at the end.
Okay, Jachik, what is your rating looking like?
Okay, so my rating of the movie, um, I like have two ratings, right? One unbiased opinion, it's like a
Okay,
7 out of 10.
Like as a
sure.
film,
As
it's a
a
seven.
film, like I'm like 7 out of 10 as a film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biasly, if you're like a superhero fan, I was like that's like an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it low. We got it kind of. We got it in
Yeah.
that safe area, you know. That's.
Yeah, yeah.
What
What
about
about you?
you?
Yeah, it's tough because you want to really like it. You want to give it like that
Yeah.
9 or like the
Hundred
like really
percent,
high
100%.
score. But if I'm being like completely objective to kind of like everything that we saw in the movie, it's at like a 8.7.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Okay, okay.
I feel like it has the makings. Like it can't be more than a 9, in my opinion. Like it's
I agree.
if you have it higher than a 9, that's copium. like, but like anywhere between like that 8 to 9 range kind of just makes sense. It just feels like it fits right in that range. Um. So, to be honest, like how come you have it at 8.7 and then Jotic you have it low as like a 8? And then I
So
know you
Okay,
were saying
like
some.
are we
It's
about to
two
get
different
into
questions.
are
It's
we,
two different
are
questions,
we about to
but
get into the like dissect it or what? Like we can
yeah.
break it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I want to know each person's like, because I have my own thoughts on it, and I
Okay.
feel like my thoughts on it are very particular to like me, you know.
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Do you guys want me to start or how do you guys want to do this?
sure. Yeah,
All
yeah, go
right.
for it.
Okay.
Kick it off.
So, basically, the CGI I found was horrible.
Yeah, see, I
Right?
didn't find that, and
No,
like
like
you
I
talked to me a little bit about that.
yeah.
I did not see that. Like I actually really liked the style that they did with like it just worked with the film,
So
the
here's the thing.
CGI.
Like I get it in some of the dynamic shots. You're using like it's a dynamic shot, so the CGI is kind of like works with it, so it's not bad, right?
Hmm.
My main gripe was with the engineer. I think that's her
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. Why the fuck does she look like a Bollywood CGI villain?
She
Like,
looks like she's from
bro,
Crush 3.
like even, yeah, facts, facts. Like, bro, like the there's that one scene where she's in the Fortress of Solitude
Yeah.
and she's facing one way and they fucking CGI the fuck out of her just to
Oh
turn her
yeah, that
around.
did look a little weird. Yeah.
And it was so unnecessary for no
Was that in the
like
fortress?
literally you
I thought
just
they did
turn
that
your
in the
body
football
around.
field.
It was in the Fortress of
Was it in the
Solitude.
fortress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you're turning around and turning around to do like why the
It was
fuck
like
is
a
he
flex
like
for
that?
no
Yo,
reason.
honestly, okay,
Yeah, it's a flex for no reason.
the way
And
it was like the effects on there, it looked super cool. I just wish there was more reason behind it and not just her turning around to look
no,
cool.
and then
Like,
also like
Yeah.
speaking of her character, like who the fuck is she?
yeah, well,
What is the
they
backstory?
do kind of give her a bit of a backstory. Like she does
What's the
have a
backstory? Explain.
she does kind of have hate for Superman because of
Why?
like it's one of the political stuff that things that
Why?
he's
She
done.
explained.
They explained it in like a one or two liner.
They
Like it
don't
was
even say
literally
anything. They literally are like, Lex is like, yo, I hate him. And she's like, you know, I hate him too because of what he
yeah,
did to
yeah.
me.
That's
That's
what I'm saying.
it.
Like they
What
kind
the
of did a
fuck did he
little
do to
bit.
you? What did he do to you?
And I think that right there is like the issue with the whole movie is that they do a whole lot without going too in depth into each of those different areas. So like we actually don't get enough of each of the little things that we wanted. Like
Mm-hmm.
in my case, like I feel like they could have cut out all the Ma Kent and like Pa Kent, like Jonathan Martha stuff.
I
Because like
kind of liked it.
I liked
I
it. It
kind of
was
liked it
nice.
too, yeah.
I would have just liked more of it because it like when he goes and he grabs his like dad and like gives him like that slide hug. To me, that felt it didn't feel like enough. I wanted more in their chemistry that they had going, and like it just felt like plopped into the movie because like I don't know, they just need to remind him of who he is a little bit or something. Like it just like
Well, part of it was like the plot where like you you know like when his parents sent him from Krypton, they like
yeah,
half of the
and
message
it's
was
supposed
like
to
fucked up, right? Where they're like, "Oh, go
and
fucking fuck
it does
bitches and get money."
it does tie in at the end when like he's on his chair and he's showing all the visuals of him like growing up and all the pictures he has and stuff. So
Yeah.
like I get that, but it's just like that during that moment when it was happening, I was like I didn't really care for that. Like I was kind of just like um I do like the actor for Jonathan Kent though. And the whole
Yeah.
time it was scratching my brain. I'm like, yo, where have I seen this guy? And he's from Walking Dead season 2. And I was just like, oh my god, like they actually got like TV actors coming in to the movie, which I thought was actually really cool.
So yeah, I didn't like that. Didn't like that character because I was like, what the fuck's your backstory? Why do you hate Superman so much? Right?
Yeah.
And then I also didn't like that the whole Ultraman like
Yeah.
reveal or like
Yeah.
whatever that was. Like, okay, yeah, like it's cool, like you have a Superman clone, but
Yeah.
it's like anyone who's like a comic book fan or Superman fan, right? Once they saw Ultraman, they're like, oh shit, like multiverse type shit. Like they're gonna put in this Ultraman, right?
Yeah.
Because Lex is creating pocket universes. Okay, that's literally
Dude,
segue
he
into
can do
multiverse.
insane shit now that he has pocket universes at his hand, like at his disposal. Like what?
100%. I'm like, bro, you can literally segue. You can segue into multiverse from that. And he's like, okay, he stumbled upon this other version of Superman, and this guy's just down to fuck up Superman. Like,
Yeah.
that would have been a better thing than, oh, yo, he's just some dumbass clone that I made of you, and he's dumb, and I just follows my shit. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
it wasn't
I,
even like, cause I was like, they could have gone the Superboy route, right? With
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
half Kryptonian, half Lex, and that could have been something, right? But he
Yeah.
just is like he's not even like he's just dumb, right? So
Yeah, that's what I was just-
exactly,
I
exactly.
think they should have gone the Bizarro route instead. Because they called him Ultraman, they should have just like had him straight up as Bizarro. Like I think oh okay. Because he does
Yeah.
fall into that pocket. Yeah.
Here's the other
That's
thing,
true.
is like, okay, yeah, Lex studied how he fights and everything, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh yo, A1, B2, whatever the fuck, right?
He got Street Fighter combos going in.
No, he for sure
Yeah.
does. He for sure does because he studied how this guy fights.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing: has Superman fought? And because we as viewers don't know,
Yeah,
has
we
Superman
don't know.
fought anyone as strong as a Kryptonian on Earth before?
I don't think so. In the setup, well,
No,
here's
that's
the thing
true.
though,
But
because
your
he's
tendencies,
fighting so fast. So it's
but
like,
your
how is Lex even reacting fast enough to say
no,
what he
no.
needs to say?
Here's that. Well, that's also one thing. But the thing is, your tendencies are like, oh shit, like Superman's Jack. He's fucking like you know what I mean. Like he's fucking strong as fuck. So
Yeah,
when he fights people, he's okay. 1, 2, done. I don't need to
half the
do more
time.
than
Yeah,
that. But when I
Especially
fight
those kaiju's
someone,
and stuff that we saw, like
but
it
it's like
doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
but it's like when I fight someone who's on my level or above, right? I requires more than 1-2. I need to do more, right? So if you've never seen him fight someone above his level, then you've never seen him like fight in a certain way,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
So
Like actually try.
it's kind of like they were just he just I don't know like maybe he has, but the thing is as viewers you don't know that, right? Because you're like
Yeah,
okay he's been on Earth for however long, he's been Superman for what I think they said like 3 years or some shit,
3 years. Yeah.
right? So maybe he's fought some people, but you don't know, right? And he even says this Ultraman version is supposed to be stronger than him, right?
Yo,
And then
also with the intro, you know when he's just laying in like the ice, like when he falls into the ice and he's just laying
yeah,
there. And they're like, it's been 3 minutes since he like had his first defeat.
yeah,
Yo, you're telling me this guy got punched and was sent flying for 3 minutes?
yeah. No, that was
That's
yeah,
insane. That is some
yeah. Because
very
how far
that's
did he get
that's
decked?
it's
That's
cool.
true.
It's very cool, but it's very like Dragon Ball Z. Like
He got Yamcha, bro. He
yeah,
fully got Yamcha.
he did.
Opening scene was him as Yamcha,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Um,
but
I think Crypto stole the show for me though. Like I think he was such a solid addition to the
I
just the
think
whole thing.
okay.
Like that
So
chaos as a dog and just like keeping it still as a dog and not just like just really just increasing the different like super aspects of like Crypto. I think they really like honed in on that and got that down.
okay, I liked Crypto, but I felt like they were doing too much with him.
That's also fair. Like they might have included
Like
him too much in.
he was taking away from like certain parts of the film where it's like serious tones or something, and it's just like
Yeah.
he's doing like too much. Just like yes, he's a nice addition to the film, but like again, all I can say is I felt like he was doing too much. Like
Yeah.
in like the pocket multiverse universe, that was fine. But there was like other times where I'm like, okay, like you need to chill. Like you're doing too much,
Yeah.
you know. But I get it. Like it's a dog, so you can't really. But he was completely CGI'd, right? Wasn't he? I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
They based him off of James Gunn's dog. So
but the other thing I was gonna say was like he was when he's fighting Ultraman, he's doing 1-2 basic combo, right? And Lex
yeah.
is like A1 whatever, right?
Yeah, one
And
A.
then when he's fighting the horde of like random people that are coming at
Yo,
him,
he's putting in work.
he's throwing in combos now.
Yo,
Now you know combos.
he's doing
Now you know how to do
the heat
different shit other
vision,
than
like just
fucking
to
throw
turn
punches.
around. Oh man. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, so that just didn't make sense to me because I was like, what's going
I
on
think
here?
I think a lot of them, not a lot of the movie, but a decent amount of the movie felt like plot convenience to me.
Oh, 100%.
And then like the biggest thing was like, dude, when they when they had to explain something and like because we're getting dropped in year 3, right?
Yeah.
When they had to explain something, it felt so like it took me so out of the movie because Lex's like people that are working on like the combos and stuff. They're explaining stuff like, "Oh, don't you know Lex? He's a super villain. Like he did this and this and this." Like they're just giving random exposition for the viewer, where it's like, bro, like you guys all work with him. This conversation just it didn't feel real. Like it didn't feel like a normal conversation between them. Like they've all been working for him. They all know like what he's about, right? So it's just like it's weird to just have that thrown in there, and then that kind of showed up like a couple times in the movie where they would just throw exposition in there, and you're just like, okay, like I guess I just have to like force it down my throat because like it didn't feel natural, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like the movie, it's so comic booky. Like I do want to say some good things about the movie, and like, oh my god, like David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan, those two as like Lois and Clark, unreal. Like I think they just like we got such good castings out of them, and it's just
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't like I don't really see anyone else like I can't picture anyone else really playing like Lois like that, and I know we've had other
Yeah.
iterations, but I don't think anyone's really done it justice like ever since like Smallville, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, probably.
Like Christopher Reeves is obviously like a great Superman, and like he has that like that jawline like that
Yeah.
like fitting image, but I think like the one thing that David has that like nobody else has is his
Mhm.
voice. That voice, like when I heard that for the first time, I was like, yo, this is all-star Superman. Like this is Superman. He had that like you could feel the bass behind his voice, and you're just like, oh shit, like.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only thing I wish they would have done more is like, because he kind of keeps that tone even as Clark. Like a lot of the times, I think there's been a couple times like maybe like just during the interview with Lois where he is speaking like a little bit more high pitched and
Mm-hmm.
stuff as Clark.
Hmm.
And then when he gets into the Superman interview, you really see him like go into that bass. But then he does like I wish we had seen that more, like when he's talking to Jimmy or when he's talking to like his parents or something. Like give us these different versions of like his voice, because like when he's with his parents, obviously
Yeah.
he can be himself.
Yeah.
Let him like be his regular voice. Same with Lois. But when he's with Jimmy, somebody that doesn't know his identity, then it's like okay, like oh, I mean, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, like when he's with
Yeah.
Jimmy, specifically that was like the one conversation he really had, because like Cat Grant and what is it, like Mr. White and stuff, like they're I don't think they really talk to him much. And then obviously when he's talking to Lex, he's as Superman, so he needs to have that base behind it. But it was just like the Clark moments. I feel like we didn't get enough of that. Like he again, it's
I,
that bits and pieces where like Clark, we saw Clark running in, and you saw him like fumbling and stuff and whatever. That was like maybe like a 5 second scene of him like stumbling in through the crowd and getting into the Daily Planet.
but the thing is, bro, it's like what you're asking for more Clark scenes,
Yeah,
right?
but
Bro,
that
Clark, hold on, Clark is Superman. They're the fucking same person, right?
yeah, but
So
it's
it's
the
like
way
you see the thing is throughout the entire film, you see his humanity shine through, and
you
that's
do,
his. You see his Clarkness come through the entire film,
you do,
right? So for you to say,
100%.
"Oh, we didn't see enough Clark," doesn't really make sense because you literally
Well, you
see
want to
him
see
on
the
full-
when I'm
duality of
saying
the
enough
characters.
Clark,
As in, like, there's Superman, but then there's
yeah,
Clark,
yeah.
I
like the one
guess,
that goes
but
to Daily Planet and he has to act like a nerd and
When I'm saying
change up his voice or
when I'm
whatever.
saying I want to see Clark, part of seeing Clark is like, okay, like with all the Lex stuff that's happening,
Mhm.
we're seeing like it's almost it's like spoon fed to you of like Lex was the guy behind this, Lex did this, and Lex did that. Like they're telling you what Lex did, and instead of like, you know, because like the only thing I can really compare this to is like the Batman, with how Batman figures out everything that's happening. Let Superman like let him use his journalistic instinct and let him kind of figure out like how this is all connected, right? Because you had like Jimmy Olsen and Lois kind of piece together the selfies that Eve was sending and like
Yeah,
do that, and that was like
yeah.
I was like at least like that was cool. They did something there with that, right? But like like Clark also have something like that,
But like, I
you
feel
know,
like
because
that's kind
he's
of
not just a
what
bum
the other
reporter.
characters were there for. Because if Clark just does it all, then like the rest of the cast was kind of useless in the movie.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I feel like they could have definitely like removed um parts of the cast and just like kept
That's
it
I
more
agree.
tighter
That's
with
kind of
the
like my main issue with the movie.
like
Hmm.
like Lois, sure. Jimmy, even like Jimmy, you can tone down his role and how included he is, because like I mean he is hitting up chicks and doing his thing. Like let him be busy, let him do his thing, you
Yo,
know?
hold on, what was that? Is that like a
That
normal
was
Jimmy
like
Olsen thing, or
Golden
was that
Age
just
or
something
some
they
shit.
added?
Like, yeah, he was
Oh, he
like
was
that. He was
like
like a
that.
chick
He was a
magnet.
chick
Yeah.
magnet.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm here for like Jimmy was sick. Like the thing is, like the cast was done well. It's just like, did they need to be introduced and like put into the movie now?
It's not. It's not.
Like
For me, it wasn't that like did they need to be introduced now. For me, it was like just focus more on the Superman cast, like Superman. Like
yeah,
I understand that we're in like this expanded universe that like this Justice Gang exists or whatnot, but like maybe I don't know. I feel like they took a little bit too much focus off of like the Superman cast. I feel like
yeah.
I wanted the Superman
Like
cast to be more like prevalent in the movie and like more like I wanted them to share more of the screen rather than like switching to like all these different locations and
yeah,
people.
yeah. With the Green
Yeah.
Lantern
I
and
mean,
Mr. Terrific, they were both like they're both
I agree.
great cast.
I agree.
They killed it. Like while they're on screen,
I
they did
agree.
kill it. It's just
mhm,
at the end of it, you're kind of like,
mhm.
wow, they actually did eat up like like a lot of that Superman time
Mm-hmm.
that we could have had. And
But
especially when you have like the quick glimpses of like the other stuff of Superman, it's like maybe you could have reduced their screen
Mm-hmm.
time instead and given us more moments
Exactly.
of
the
actual
thing is,
Superman.
it's like I mean, what he's doing is he's doing it like a shotgun, like
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
start to the entire universe. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So everyone knows Superman, which is why he
yeah.
chose to tell the story the way he did, because he's like, oh, I don't
Of
need to
course,
rehash his
It's
backstory.
true.
But nobody
you
knows
don't.
Mr. Terrific. Nobody knows Guy Gardner,
That's true.
or even like Hawkgirl, like for that, right?
Well,
So it's
Hawkgirl
like,
was sidelined. Like you really honestly didn't get much of her in this
no, I
movie,
know,
and I
but
feel like
it's like he's like putting in all these like he's setting
Mm-hmm.
up the foundation so he can like expand later on, right? And
yeah,
show like a whole
that's
No,
true.
I
thing.
mean
So
I understand that. It's just that like for me, I kind of wanted a little bit more of a focused story, and
Yeah, like it was a 2 hour and 10 minute runtime, Like he definitely could have pushed that to 2 hours and like 30 minutes, and he like an extra 20 minutes of additional scenes, even like
Mhm.
15 minutes of additional
It's a
scenes
fucking
would have
fast
like
paced
done
movie,
it.
man. Even for those two
Yeah,
hours.
it's honestly just go. The
Go,
whole movie is
the
just go
moment
go
you
go.
sit
Like
down
it.
is the yo, it's just going.
Yeah, and honestly, like that's good for I guess like people nowadays just like struggling to
TikTok
pay attention and
brains.
stuff. But like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, for
But
sure.
like I remember at one point like I just sat there and I was just like with all like the one-liners that like the jokes and stuff that like even like the ones that Superman was throwing, it felt almost like a Lego interpretation of Superman. You know, like it didn't feel like the way the Lego Batman movie is just like you have like Batman and Joker having these little weird like jokes and stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
it felt like that and I was just like this is just a real life version of a Lego movie, you know?
I like I liked how
I agree.
hopeful he was. Like
That
Yeah,
was
how
great.
like
yeah.
hopeful, naive, like obviously there's a whole political aspect of what's going on in the film, right? And
Yeah.
it's obviously like a commentary of what's happening right now,
Yeah.
right? But like people like who are not, I guess, like politically invested
Yeah.
in like what's going on in the world, right? Are just like people are dying, people shouldn't be dying. Right? That's pretty much like bottom line, right? You could be political, you could not be political. At the end of the day, you're like, oh, people dying is bad, right?
Yeah.
And that's literally what that was like Superman's whole stance is like, oh,
Yeah.
but people were gonna die.
Well,
Like, why'd you step in? But people
Mm-hmm.
were gonna die. I was just
yeah.
trying to save people.
Dude, that
I was
That
trying to
interview
stop
interview
people
was
from
good.
dying.
That scene was great.
that was such a great scene.
Yeah, it was.
Like if I was gonna talk about like the peak of the movie, I feel like that interview would be it for
Damn.
me. I feel like that
Yeah.
interview, like it's just because they showed the characters really well. Like because Lois and Clark are like that's like the bit like the bread and butter of like for me for this movie, and
Hmm.
like seeing them how they like approach their stuff, and you see how Lois is like bringing her journalistic experience into this, and then you see how like both how Clark is reacting and how Superman's reacting during this interview, and then like his emotions are really like you're really feeling those
Mm-hmm.
emotions there, and
Yeah.
then because other than that like they had like really cool fight sequences. I think like the choreo was really unique and different, but
It
then
was.
like
It was when it came to like not Ultraman, but yeah.
yeah like but there was just little things that like when he got heat vision to the face and you had like the scarring on his like eyes, like
Yeah.
just things like that I was just like okay there's like some flavor to this fight, like
But
it's not just
also,
like
like I I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, right? Have you ever seen in any iteration of Superman him like dislocate his shoulder and like break a bone or something like of
what.
his own accord? Like I haven't. I'm to and
Oh, you're
like
saying
to
like
be
just
fair,
like that? Yeah, no.
I'm not haven't read as many comic books as you've Jagad or
Yeah.
like you two, but like I haven't
I'm
seen
not.
that, and I thought
Yeah,
that was so sick. Like he dislocates his shoulder, throws Buddy off, right, and then pops it back in.
yeah. I haven't seen him actually like dislocate it himself. Like if he's breaking bones and shit from like
It's
somebody he's
against someone.
fighting,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah. Like
different.
I've seen that too, but I've never seen him on his own accord do something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I think the other thing that like this movie does really well is like those little. This is where those little shots are really nice, um, where he's saving a squirrel and he's saving that one car, and he's just like they're saving. He's going through and just really saving every type of life that he can. Like when he
Yeah.
notices it, he will
Yeah.
save it, and
Yeah,
that's like and they
100%.
make like an effort to really show that, and that's something that like is very Superman. You know,
Hmm.
like he will go help that old lady like find this her cat in the tree or something. You know, so
Yeah. So like I mean I love the soundtrack. I
yeah, the
love like
soundtrack was cool.
the way it was directed, like the dynamic
Very
fight
punk rock,
scenes and
right?
stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and like the Mr. Terrific scene was insane.
Yeah.
Like that was one of
like
my
like
favorite
like
scenes.
when he has the
Probably my
force
favorite scene of the
when
entire
he has the
film.
force field around Lois.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that was so
that was
like
cool. That's cool.
that was literally like James Gunn's like fuck you to Marvel type shit. Where it was like, oh yeah, this is exactly how it went down in Guardians. Let me show you this shit in
Yeah.
DC. You
Yo,
know?
honestly, when I saw that, I was getting very reminded of some Guardians type
Yeah.
of
No,
fighting.
and
Yeah.
that's fully what he was doing. Is just
Yeah.
old music, fucking
Yeah.
scene going on in the background.
Yeah.
It's literally Guardians. It's literally Guardians 2, I think it was,
Yeah.
where you have Baby Groot,
Yeah.
right? You have Baby Groot, and you have like he's just walking around listening to music, and fucking shit's just popping
Yeah.
off in the back.
Yeah.
It's like literally like that scene, you know. I think it was two. I don't remember which
Yeah.
one it was.
I think that is the second one. That's like the beginning of the second one.
I think
Pretty
so,
sure.
but yeah. And like the other scene too, where he's talking to Lois in
Yeah.
her apartment, and I'm watching the scene, and I'm like, yo,
The
like
shit
is that
going on
like
in
a
the
light
background.
show happening in the back? Like what the fuck's going on?
No, the
And
little
he's like,
the imp or the
the
interdimensional
alien
imp
or
or
whatever
whatever it
the fuck
is.
the fifth dimensional imp or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like it's literally just
Yeah.
happening in the background, and they're just fucking
I was just
chilling.
reading Superman Brainiac, and they actually mention interdimensional imps in
Oh
there.
no way.
And then I
Okay.
was like, okay, that's sick. Like,
Yeah. And
um,
then
even the way that they cast Martha and Jonathan, I
yeah,
think they got some inspiration from Brainiac, from that comic run.
I liked that Jonathan was alive still
Yeah, I think
because
because he was alive though, I feel like I would have liked if Clark had come to him a couple times throughout the movie and like just as like some type of guidance, and we just would have got more of like that headspace of like
but we
what
did like
Jonathan wants for him.
okay, but
Like,
we did like the thing is at the end of the day, it was like he's at least my interpretation of how his parents are they raised their son to be the best person and the best way they
yeah,
could, and
yeah.
now he's gone beyond that and he's something much bigger. So
Sure.
now it's like how do you raise
You can
a
say that.
superhero?
You can say that, but again, it's year three Superman, so it's we're supposed to be getting like a noobish Superman,
Right, but they've been
which is
raising him their entire life.
the thing is like Superman does come back from Metropolis time and time again to like meet his parents and like have conversations
And
with
how
them,
do you know he's
especially.
not doing that?
But the movie doesn't show us that. It's like that's what I'm saying.
Right,
Like
but
I wanted more of that in the movie. Is what I
because
was saying.
what is the timeline of the film? Like how is it happening on course of days? Is it happening over months?
I have no idea.
Right, so
Right.
like
But that
it could have just happened in the
it
span
looks
of
pretty
3 days.
fast paced though, because you have when he loses his fight, he's losing it to that Ultraman robot thing, and
Yeah,
then like
Captain Baravia or whatever.
and then you have like that ongoing event, and like you're having like that news coverage happening overall. And honestly, like I don't know how long news really stays relevant like that until people move on to the next thing. But like I feel like Lex was moving pretty fast with everything that was happening. Like
No,
you
100%.
had that moment of the kaiju, and then you had the imp in the back. I feel like that was like the breaks in terms of the Lex conflict, giving Lex time to like set up the next part of his plan.
Yeah.
But
No,
I feel like it wouldn't be more than a month though.
but here's the thing,
Like,
like he definitely went to go see his parents after the whole thing got released where what Justman was saying. Like
Yeah.
he literally his entire basically worldview got
Yeah.
shattered. He was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, like who am I?
And,
And then he
like,
goes and like basically finds his ground again by meeting his parents.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I just would have liked one more scene of him talking to his parents
Yeah.
and like, that just to like maybe help him with Lois or maybe help him with Lex, because you see how there's a bit of like that relationship struggle between him and Lois, where she's like, I told you I can't do this. Like it's hard to
It's like I
like
suck
date
at
someone.
relationships or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like maybe have him go and talk to them about like what was it like when you guys were dating,
Mm.
like something like that, and then that like reaffirms his like stance in the relationship or something, right?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
just something little like that, and that would have. I feel like it would have done so much more than the Justice Gang stuff that they were setting up. Like a lot of that, you know.
The other thing I wanted to touch on was so Lex's acting was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think Nicholas
Right?
Hoult was
Like
a great guy.
like generational hater.
Yeah, Gio, actually a generational hater.
Like the
And-
fact that he had monkeys on computers in a pocket
Yo.
fucking universe just talking shit to Superman is insane.
I think that's such a great way that he did it, because like it's also bringing in like how you see online hate today. Like it's
Yeah.
merging that
Yeah,
like
the
you're
social
bringing that
media
comic
aspect.
style into like modern society. Like
No, it was a very modern film.
yeah.
Like Eve has no relevance in the film other than the fact that she's like an influencer trying to fucking show what the fuck's going on. You know?
Yeah.
And so, but here's my gripe, right? Lex was great at what he was doing, but he wasn't Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean? Like, okay, you guys know, like Lex Luthor, and obviously like
You're talking about Smallville Lex Luthor type of thing, or you're talking about comic book President
even
Lex, or
like
like
okay,
Prison
like let's say
Lex?
we talked
Like, what are we
about
talking
Justice
here?
League, the animated series,
Yeah. Okay.
or we talk about Smallville, or we talk about like other iterations of Lex Luthor that we've seen in
Yeah.
animated shows or in comic books and stuff.
Okay.
Sure.
He's like smart, confident, and powerful,
Yeah.
right? Like that's his like
Yeah.
main three characteristics,
Yeah.
right? And I know with Snyder, we didn't really get the confident one. He was all like,
We got more of the, we got more of like the philosopher, erratic, like
yeah, but he was all like
entrepreneur.
jittery and like fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
I
And
guess.
then
Yeah,
this one too, like he felt a little bit like
the Snyder
whiny.
one. Yeah,
He felt like whiny. Like he was like,
dude, he felt whiny like crazy,
that's what I'm
100%.
saying. And I'm like, bro, that's not Lex.
But
Like Lex
but
isn't like that.
I will say, like, because again, this is supposed to be like the starting like trajectory
Yeah.
of them. So like I think at one point we will get Prison Lex and we will get
Yeah,
like
for
President
sure, for
Lex
sure.
and like that stuff like
Yeah,
eventually.
like he's gonna.
Like he'll grow, and
Yeah, he'll
that's why
grow.
like because I'm expecting that growth, I'm kind of okay with his portrayal of Lex. Like it's not where I'd want it to be, and there was like I told Justin about this. That scene at the end where he's talking to Superman, and you know how Superman's like kind of just giving him like the 5 points of like who he is and how he's human and like just who like that's a very Superman moment where he's just like, bro, I'm just doing me, I'm human, I'm helping what I can and like what I think is right, like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then you also had Lex give his whole spiel about like who he is and why he like hates Superman and stuff, and it's like I felt like we could already understand why Lex hated Superman throughout the film. We
Yeah.
didn't really need him at the end of the film to be like, this is why I hate you. Like you're just
But
came like we know that he like Superman's somebody who just came out of nowhere and just got the spotlight given to them, given to him without actually any work, and that's what Lex
But
hates about it, right?
it's just fully like inferiority complex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you,
what
you,
it
you
is
feel like
now.
you're being left behind when you're supposed to be the main focus,
Yeah.
but now everybody's
I
over
just
here
didn't like
focused
how-
on Superman.
I didn't
Yeah.
like how thrown in my face it was for Lex, because Lex is like, again, like you're saying, he's smart and confident and stuff. He
Yeah.
doesn't need to be saying things like straight up. Like he's, if anything, like he keeps it like to himself. Like if you're talking about like comics and stuff, like he'll reveal stuff as he needs to reveal stuff, and he keeps stuff hidden. That's the one thing he does is he hides stuff from Superman. Even like he might tell Superman like, oh hey, this is actually gonna benefit you if you go and do this, because he's trying to help him. Like maybe he's trying to defeat like a kaiju or something, and he just needs Lex's help real quick. So he's like, yeah, this will help you do this, right? But then later, like Lois will do some investigating or something, and then he'll find out like, oh, like you were. It was like a double-edged sword what you were trying to give Superman. Like this was actually gonna screw over Superman, and he's like, yo, like I can't complain. Like kind of like, it's two things, it's two birds with one stone type of thing, right?
Like here's the thing, like the whole pocket universe being a prison, sick. Like
I think
solid idea.
they took that for sure. They took that from like the Phantom Zone and like the stuff with Zod.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So if we get a prequel,
A prequel or a
Yo.
sequel?
like I'm saying, if we get a prequel with Zod, that's cool. If we get it after, it's like, okay, how did he figure out pocket
'cause
dimension?
if we get a prequel with Zod, he should be shitting on this fucking stupid clone.
Well,
Oh,
but if we get
yeah.
if we get a prequel with Zod, it also explains how you were like, they didn't like Lex didn't see him go 100%.
No, yeah.
Right?
That fixes that, but then it like
Yeah.
there's no way this clone's stronger than Zod, and Zod's a fucking warrior.
That's
Yeah.
true, but it depends
You
on
know
how
what I
they
mean?
depends on how they shape Zod. Because if they do the like kind of how Man of Steel was doing Zod, where he hadn't adapted to Earth's atmosphere yet,
Yeah.
and then he beats Zod, then it's like he might not be as strong as the clone.
Yeah.
Dude.
Sorry, were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like in terms of like Krypton and like whatnot, do you guys think that that message was legit? Like the last part of that message, you think, or you think it was like altered? That
I
wasn't
think- okay.
Lex or anybody.
I
I
think,
think
it
it-
was. Okay, I was gonna say I think it's legit. I feel like it's a different interpretation on his Kryptonian parents. I don't like this variation of that,
Hmm.
but I think like maybe he wants to do something different with that. So I could understand, because their whole reason for sending Clark to Earth was just that like he can assimilate with them, like he can just be a part of them.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it would be more about like, because they're talking in Kryptonian, right? And they're
Mhm.
translating it to English, so I think it's actually more of like a translation error,
Do you think so?
if anything.
But
Yeah.
Clark can
That makes more
understand it, no?
Superman?
Yeah.
But I don't think we got Superman's version of what he was hearing. We got what Lex got from. He had people like a bunch of people working on the
Yeah,
translations of it,
yeah,
right? So because of that, like I think if Superman was to actually hear it himself, it would be slightly different. And it's more so like this is where you're gonna fit in, and maybe they'll look towards you or like whatever, like more like more hopeful. Because like the fact that the symbol on his chest is hope, I feel like like I feel like the Kryptonians just need to have more of a hopeful message and not like you're gonna rule them and you're gonna fuck them up. Like you know what I mean? Like it just that just. But I think it's a translation error. Like I feel
'Cause-
like we all kind of know there's differences in translations when you're going from one language to another. So
okay.
it's got to be.
I thought maybe
The thing
somebody
is, like,
altered it.
Like Mr. Terrific had said, he was like, "Oh yeah, like it's legit. Like the
Yeah,
dudes that cracked
that too.
it are saying it's legit, right?" So I was hoping it was fake, like it was altered
Same.
or whatever. But I'm just because based off what they gave us, I'm gonna just take it at face value,
Face value.
Same.
and I'm gonna say that that's the legit message and that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
and I feel like it's on purpose.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I mean, it probably is if it is legit. The whole thing
Like
was
they-
is
like-
it didn't feel like the storyline in terms of that message was like tied in like a nice knot where like I could be like, okay, that
Yeah.
plot point was like successfully
Dealt with.
like closed off. Where I could be like, okay,
Yeah. I agree.
I feel like it was used to more so like push his humanity, like he's a good person, like above everything,
Yeah.
like fuck everything. Superman's just a good person.
That's true.
Like
just,
regardless of what he was sent there for, like his real parents, like Jonathan and Martha, are the ones that like gave him the good values and shit.
that's true.
yeah.
And then I was gonna say like probably like one of my top 3 favorite moments of the movie. Honestly, probably like you guys are gonna be like, "Wait, what the hell?" Um, honestly, Supergirl at the end of the movie.
that dude, that was so fucking random to me. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It was random. It should have been a
Post-credit
post
scene,
credit,
yeah,
but
100%.
honestly, I feel like it was such a massive like. You guys expected a post credit? Like, nah, this is part of the movie type of thing. Where I was like, this is some big dog shit right here. Like, I don't know. I just like I've been talking to Muttu about it. Like, I really have high hopes for the Supergirl movie, and like being able to see a little bit of her acting like now, it just like it helped a lot, you know. And she, like you
It's,
can tell
like-
she's still growing up and stuff, and like
No, it's sick
Yeah.
that they used like a teenage Kryptonian who has like imagine like you're a teenager who has superpowers. What are you gonna
Yeah.
do? You're gonna fucking go to places where you can get drunk.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like she's going to different
Yeah.
solar system, the red sun, so she can fucking party and do whatever. Like that part made sense, but I felt like she just came in like a storm and like didn't really do anything in the story.
Well, it was just
They-
it was,
the
it was the
whole
very
point-
last like scene of the movie.
No,
type
I
of
know,
thing.
but like throughout the film, it's like kind of emphasized like he's like the last of his race, kind of, right? Like his parents left
Yeah,
him this
well, and
message
Lex
type
is-
thing.
And Lex is trying to build that fear of like, do you see what he was sent here for? And then you just have Supergirl pull up with
No,
like,
I know. And then the other thing too
get
in that last scene, like, how did the Fortress of Solitude get fixed, and how did all these robots get fixed?
The robots.
hey man, they got fixed.
They
My
all got
question, yeah.
fucked by the engineer.
It's a kryptonite tech, bruh.
Yeah,
Kryptonian tech.
All right.
yeah.
You
It's,
just take it as it is, man.
I gotta ask the question:
Uh oh.
do you think
Yes.
Man of Steel is better than this
Oh
movie,
fuck.
or do you? Okay, like
I
like
thought
how
you
would
were
you how do you
gonna say
compare that? Because like honestly, like that's like when I was
Okay.
thinking about my rating
Yeah.
coming back,
Mm.
I was like, okay, like I gave this like 8.3 coming out, and then Man of Steel, I have that at like a 9 out of 10, personally. So then I was like, okay, wait, how does this compare? But then I was like, oh, like this movie does like certain things better that we didn't even get to see in Man of Steel. But then I was like, if I go back and I watch a movie, like I personally just feel like Man of Steel has that replay value to it.
So
Even though like they might not have done the character as well, at least the story to me just felt more like just more substance with it, you know.
okay, let me
Yeah,
ask
I mean the
you a
story's
counter question.
focused for sure.
You asked me a
Right.
counter question.
Yeah. In this film, right? Superman kills Ultraman, right?
He didn't. I mean, we don't know if he's dead. He got sent into the
Are
dimension.
you assuming he's alive?
Well, if
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume he's
Why-
alive because
no,
of the
but,
Bizarro
like,
stuff.
You guys are
I
assuming.
think Bizarro stuff because
No, I know,
because
but it's like, let's say within the context of this film, not beyond this film.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's effectively dead, right?
Probably like the way that like they also slammed it shut on him. Like maybe he is
Okay.
dead.
So if you look at Snyder's Superman versus
Yeah.
James Gunn's Superman, James Gunn's Superman just kills somebody, didn't give a fuck, pop that shit back in.
Yeah. To to be honest,
Snyder's
But did he kill
Superman,
somebody?
huh?
Is that like a direct kill? If we're assuming he's dead?
I don't know if you
I
can
think
blame
he's
that
dead.
on.
Yeah.
It's like
Honestly,
in the Batman when a bullet ricochets off of Batman's
but
head and hits a Joker right.
I will say Josh is
It
right.
also begs the
If you're
question:
hold
is
on,
that person is the clone even a person?
hold on.
That's also
If you're
true.
talking about Superman and what he does, he will regardless, even if it's his enemy, he will go and save. He does not kill regardless. Like
No, I know, but
he
he
will
pretty
find a
much
way to
did.
go save the person
Okay,
that he like.
and what I'm saying is in this film, if he killed someone, right, there was
Yeah.
no sort of emotional distress that we saw with that.
No.
But with the Snyder one, he's
We did see that.
actively fighting against trying to kill Zod. Like he's
Yeah.
literally like torn. He's like, I don't want to
He
do
really
this.
doesn't want to do it, but he has to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, personally, I think Man of Steel, like, okay, Man of Steel has Hans Zimmer soundtrack too, bro. Like,
Yeah. No, it's a tough like because I sat there and I was like, yo, this is the most Superman movie we've kind of had. Like it just that like it does everything like in because like the Christopher Reeves one is like he's a great Superman, but then like the actual story it's kind of hard to sit through and like the fights are very bland because it's like the limitations of
okay,
what they could do,
so,
right?
so your question was which is a better film or which is a better Superman film?
Which well both to be honest. Like
No,
which one would you
because
rather go back and watch? Which one would you like?
no, because I think Man of Steel is a better film for sure. I think,
Yeah.
right? But then which one portrays Superman better? I think
That's
probably
different, yeah. But like
James
as a
Gunn.
well,
So then you're like, which one's a better? If you because the question is like it's a loaded question, right? Like, what's a better Superman film? Okay, who portrays Superman the
well,
best? This one, you know?
that's the thing. Like, because if you go back to like the other like,
Because
Superman portrayals too,
yeah,
you can have good Superman casts, but then you can have like bad writing and you can have bad story and like whatever.
okay,
So then
but
that's why I'm like, which one overall? Like, if this is like about the movie overall, like which one do you think just you would watch again or just like is better?
watching again is different because like that's like because here's the thing, that's that same sort of thing. You're like, which one's a better Superman film, right? Is basically what you're saying.
I'm saying overall, which one's the better film? Like, cause like
And then
I know Snyder was they didn't obviously hit Superman as well, but then I think the story and the fight choreo was better. But then
in
here
Yeah.
in
it's very
Snyder,
comic booky. This is the most comic booky
but
like movie we've ever had. Like this is just it like
okay.
really hits that. So it's like
But
as a Superman.
we also have never like the fight choreography. Sure, was good in Zack Snyder's. I'm
Yeah.
not discrediting that, right? But we didn't see anything too wildly out of like character for Superman, punching and like doing, punching and
Yeah.
that, like throwing people
Yeah.
around. In this one, like the fight choreography was
Yeah.
like way different. It was
It was
way
more
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 creative.
dynamic, I feel.
That's what I mean. It was way more creative. Like he
Yeah.
literally,
But I will
he's
say
literally spinning someone while he's like perpendicular to the ground. You know what I mean? And he's
I
just
will say
spinning them off the ground. I'm like, yo, this shit's sick. Haven't seen that before.
but a counterpoint to that is that Man of Steel was one of the first movies to actually have like in-air combat. Like no, the only other movies to actually do in-air combat like that was like Top Gun type of movies. Like you didn't actually see like
That doesn't count. That's not.
Star Wars?
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like in-air combat in terms of like human like fights like that, like where you're seeing like fist fighting and shit. Like Man of Steel was like one of the first ones to do that. Because even when you have like when you
Okay,
watch Iron
but
Man, like Iron Man, like has very like a lot of their fights are, it's not really in air like two
so
things fighting in air.
okay,
You know?
here's the thing, right? Like James Gunn's Superman is more grounded and more human,
Yeah,
and Zack Snyder's Superman is more like otherworldly and godlike.
yeah, that's true.
And
true.
that's the like contrast that we have here. So it's like, what kind of Superman do you prefer? Do you prefer this more in my opinion, more relatable Superman,
So
which
then
is
what?
James Gunn's?
So what are your ratings for both movies? Is like kind of where I'm getting at because like you gave it an 8. So then are you
Around the
giving Man
same
of
for me.
Steel an 8 as well?
No, Man of okay, like I said, Man of Steel as a film is much better.
So what's your
Because
rating
you
on that?
have, like I said, Hans Zimmer soundtrack. Don't even like.
It's just like there's so many different things to rate in terms of like both films.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's things that like one does better than the other. So like you could eventually come to the exact same
Conclusion.
score.
Yeah, of course.
Like you could. It then at that point it just comes down to which are you willing to sit through again.
Yeah. So like
In my opinion, it's Superman.
yeah, I felt you were gonna go towards Superman.
Yeah. But like I don't know, and I just feel like the character in itself being done that
Yeah,
well
yeah.
is just so good.
I
And like
think
David killed it, bro.
honestly, I kind of
fuck.
agree with you there. Where it's like, as much as I am a Snyder fan, like David Cornsweet, I would just love to see him like just watch that
Mhm.
again. Like
Yeah, for sure.
regardless of, and the story is kind of like
I
the
would
fact that
fully
it,
watch it again.
and the fact that it's so fast paced and it's only like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Like
That
I
helps.
feel like
Yeah.
that helps it a lot, and you just like
Mhm.
you're not thinking like, oh, I'm sitting there through this. Like whereas for Man of Steel, you have to sit through the destruction of Krypton and then his whole build
Mhm.
up, and then
Mhm.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
until we
The thing
finally
is,
get that like like fight, you know?
but also like the Man of Steel Superman he's like genetic, like he's the only free will Kryptonian,
Yeah,
right? Like that's his whole like
yeah, with the
shit.
codex and stuff.
Yeah. But this one is not like, it's like they're all, because it seems like Supergirl doesn't give a fuck, right? She
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because this one, like, I mean, Man of Steel goes really into the Man of Steel comic line of like, like they
yeah.
change Krypton's origins, like how it all works and stuff, right?
Right. But like the other thing is too, like I found like, okay, like Lex was so conniving in what he did.
Yeah,
Right? The fact that
so
he took
evil,
this,
just so
bro,
freaking evil.
the fact he took this random brown guy,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
fed
bro.
Superman once or helped him once, and fucking shot him.
Shot him
yo,
in the head.
and
Yeah.
we knew when it was happening
That shit
too.
was cold.
We're like the first time he helped Superman, he's like, "Yo, grab this guy."
Yeah, he's
The
like, yo, fuck
minute
this guy
he saw
up.
him,
You know,
he's
I was
like,
like,
"Grab this
yo,
guy. This is the guy."
Hey,
I'm
grab
like,
that motherfucker.
I'm like,
We
yo,
gonna
the
kill him
Indian
soon.
hate's going crazy right now.
Yeah. No, it was wild. I think like people were talking about it online where it's like, if Lex Luthor is this bad, imagine when they do like Reverse Flash. Like how like how demonic is Reverse Flash gonna be? And I was like, yo,
He's gonna be
honestly,
fucked, bro.
yeah. If when it gets there,
Yeah.
because we're still in Gods and Monsters, but like that'd be hilarious. Like just seeing how
Yeah.
Reverse
The
Flash
thing
is
is,
handled.
what I really wanted to see inside that like prison that he made in that pocket universe
Yeah.
was, I wanted to see other superheroes there, which explained
Yeah.
why they weren't like there. Like, bro, you have this world fucking ending cataclysmic event that's going from one
nobody
fucking,
shows
That's
up.
ripping
Yeah.
through the world.
literally ripping through the world, and bro,
Yeah.
nobody shows up.
But to
No
be honest, it
Aquaman.
only got as big as Metropolis. Like
no,
it was.
okay. Where was that generator that it started?
It was
from?
just outside of Metropolis. I
Was
think.
it? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
it was in fucking Moravia or wherever. The
Well,
fuck
they
that
had it
No, it was
connecting
just outside.
to wherever it was connected
was. Okay,
to.
but still, you know what I mean? And like Metropolis is across the street from Gotham.
Yeah.
Like,
Not in this one.
No, yeah, they actually had a sign where it had Gotham City to like the left. Like
yeah, so that's what I
dip
mean. Like,
on
bro,
like the
it's
interstate,
right
like,
there. Like, you're
yeah.
seeing that shit.
But like how
right?
far?
I don't know how far, but it
It's
would've-
not like it's not like the Zack Snyder one where you just look across the
Yeah.
horizon and you see
The
fucking
Gotham-
Gotham
but Gotham
raining,
City
and
comic-
it's all sunshine and fucking shit in
Oh,
Metropolis.
okay, yeah.
But comic wise, like Gotham City is
No,
there,
I know.
so it's like
I know.
you would assume
It's just funny when you
yeah.
like think about it. Like, it's supposed to be like raining and
So
dark
I
and brooding
wanted,
and
like, I
fuck.
wanted to see more heroes or villains trapped inside this.
I think seeing more
Yeah,
in
I
the
think that
boxes
would've
would have
been
been great too. I think they shouldn't
Like-
have tapped into the pocket dimension. I think it was too early for that. I feel like we had enough going on
But
without that.
you know what it does though? It very early on establishes Lex's genius,
Yeah,
Mhm.
it does.
but also his, I guess the word is carelessness. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, the guy's
Yeah.
literally saying, he's like, yo, if he
It's
fucked
gonna
up an
fuck up
atom,
everything. Yeah.
black hole. And no, it's his recklessness, bro. He's reckless
Recklessness.
and he's a fucking
Reckless, yeah.
genius. So it established that very early on. And you're like, moving forward, if he does some like absurd, crazy shit, you're not like, oh, what the fuck is this? You're like, oh, this makes sense given his character.
That's kind of that's the thing though, is like because Lex isn't really reckless. Like he will like if something's gonna end the world, he like that's not. I don't think that's him because it's like he needs a world for somebody to like put him up on a pedestal and be like, this is our
Yeah,
like guy.
yeah.
So like
But
if anything's like a world-ending event, I don't
but
see
he
Lex
is
kind of
reckless,
being
bro. He is reckless.
like, what do you mean?
Like, bro, like even in like the Justice League animated series, he fucking merged with Brainiac. Like that's so reckless.
I mean, sure. I'm just talking about like the comic portrayals that I've like seen, because like the fact that Superman can come to him at times for help and he will help him, that shows that like he's not just reckless. Like he actually does want to save the Earth. He just doesn't want Superman to be like the savior of the Earth. Like
Hmm.
he just hates Superman so much that he just like that's a whole other thing, right? But that doesn't mean he wants the world to get destroyed,
Yeah.
I
right?
think I like the pocket dimension. I remember somebody that was like walking out of the theater, like full blown like Superman guy.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about the pocket dimension
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
and he was saying like literally how like um in one of the like comics, I don't even know which one they were talking about, but that like this is kind of like ties in with Bizarro, like the pocket
Mm,
dimension stuff, and like the
Okay.
way that it was like tearing open or whatever. Like that's kind
okay.
of like how like Bizarro was kind of introduced in that comic.
Okay. Yeah.
Was it me?
But
Ah.
Was it me?
it wasn't you. It was,
Ah. That's
There's a
sick.
I
popcorn
think
bucket.
I'd recognize you, bro. Those things sold out so
Is that for
fast, man.
popcorn?
This is for popcorn, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Yes,
hype.
sir. Here, like when you open it, hold on, and then you can actually slip this out, and you can switch it to crypto.
Oh,
That's
that's
Put
sick.
sick.
that here,
It sold out so fast, bro.
dude. You
I
should
could
have
so
probably
sad.
get one.
Oh,
Huh?
I could probably get one.
From where?
from where? Like just buy it off eBay.
No, for like
Okay.
OG.
But so like that's kind of why like in my head I'm kind of hopeful that like maybe we get a Bizarro, like an Ultraman turns into Bizarro.
But like, why like that's kind of it. He's taking the space of two characters there, though, right?
Yeah, he is.
Which I
Definitely he
don't
is.
really like that because like Ultraman isn't like a dumb version of him. He's more of like a Homelander version of Superman. You know?
But Bizarro is the dumb version.
Exactly.
So.
So like I feel
But
like
Bizarro's
having this guy as
opposite
Bizarro
too.
to start with would have been great.
But Bizarro's
Yeah,
opposite.
yeah.
So
Like his powers are all opposite.
his powers are opposite, yeah, and that would have been sick to see as a fight, like seeing like ice vision and like heat breath and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But like in one of the comics, like they like Lex kind of controls Bizarro with by using different versions of kryptonite,
Mm.
and then that's how he like keeps him to like has him doing his bidding and stuff. And I feel like when you had that the elemental guy, I forgot his name,
Metamorpho.
Metamorpho, yeah.
I think
When you
that's
had
the
him
name.
and you have like the different kryptonites that he can do, that would have been
Yeah.
a perfect way of him controlling Bizarro.
Oh, that's another thing that I really liked about the film was their portrayal of how kryptonite affected him. He literally
Yeah.
just having a huge ass allergic reaction. He's like, "Yo, why
Yeah,
the fuck you look
yeah.
so ugly?"
Like hives and shit. Like that's exactly what you would want to see out of it.
Well, it's because like, I mean, not okay. My understanding of kryptonite was because it's from Krypton, it makes you feel like like the reason why kryptonite affects Superman is because it's from Krypton and it's like gives off that same sort of vibe as his home, so he like reverts back to being like human or like red
I was
sun,
thinking, yeah, I was
right?
thinking like it absorbed like the red sun, and like because of that, like the red sun is just, like bringing him
But
back.
isn't that
So,
how it works in like the comics and shit? That's like why does kryptonite affect him?
I think it's because of that. I think the crystals, like I think
Because
because
it wasn't like when he was
the
on
meteor rock.
Krypton, he was allergic, right? Like
No,
not everyone's walking around Krypton being allergic and shit, right?
he just
So
loses powers, and that's why it like looks like it's hurting him, is because he's used to having his powers.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, normally you don't see an allergic reaction. You just
Oh
see him
yeah,
like getting weakened or
yeah,
dampened powers. So an allergic reaction is like an interesting take
yeah,
on him like getting exposed to kryptonite.
yeah.
Because like,
I
why
like
is he
that.
allergic to it? You know what I mean? And it makes sense because he grew up on Earth. So like maybe he reacts like that, but other Kryptonians react differently. You know?
I also like the way they nerfed him with like even when the kryptonite was gone, he didn't have access to the sun, and because of that, it took him a little bit longer to recover.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think they're doing it. They're doing Superman justice. Like the parts that are actually Superman are like just they hit that like out of the park. Like that's insane.
Mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
so like that's like now that we've had the conversation, I feel like my rating it's
Yeah,
an
makes sense.
8.7 to a 9. I actually I did end up bumping it up from the 8.3 because when I think about it, I was like, dude, they just did Superman. Like it's just like Superman is Superman. Like it's just I could like you have those like those things that you didn't like about the film, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
Superman's gonna have me coming back to it. Like I'm a big Superman fan, so it's like the parts that I liked from it mattered more than like the parts I didn't like. You know,
How did you
I
guys
like it.
feel about the soundtrack?
I thought it was great. Like I just
Like
it just worked. Like I didn't have any like particular like moments where I was like, oh, this one soundtrack
that's
just
true.
like was peak. I think that triumphant Superman theme that was like
Yeah.
the one recurring theme that I just like
Yeah, I
when
like
that
that.
showed
But
up,
like
I was
when
like,
it was like,
yes,
for
like that.
example, I know it
Yeah,
worked, but at the same time, I didn't quite like it. Like for example, when Terrific was fighting with Lois and like the dome thing,
yeah,
like the soundtrack that plays, like I
yeah.
personally didn't like it. Like also coming off of the scene that was like previous, which was like I
Okay.
believe Lex killing the guy. Yeah,
The brown guy. Oh,
Your voice cut out. Your
your
voice
voice
cut
is
out.
cutting out.
Your voice cut out. You, your voice cut out. Okay, I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know if he's saying anything, but
The scene after Lex.
it's where the brown guy got murked. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um. Yeah.
Do you guys think like Lex was a strong enough antagonist for the film? Like him with Ultraman, I guess.
I think he held a lot of the screen time well.
Yeah.
I just don't think his portrayal was as good as Clark and Lois's.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I kind of feel like, okay, this is like kind of like a side thing, but if he was gonna do Ultraman, why didn't they bring Henry Cavill? I feel like that would have. I feel like that would
That
have
would
been
have been
such
crazy.
a
That would have been
dope
crazy.
way, because like that would
That
have
would
been
have
like,
been crazy.
because like the thing is like they've
That's
had
too insane.
conversations.
In the first movie, bro? Nah.
Well, we'll just do it as like a nod to like this is the past respect, and then move on to the next thing. You know, it's not
I
really
feel
like,
like,
and because they've had conversations like Snyder and Gunn and stuff, and it's
yeah.
like you'll just give Cavill like his flowers in a way, let him like because like also like David Cornsweet's had like sent letters and stuff back and forth with Cavill, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like just having him as like Ultraman would have been like really cool, and especially like not having any lines because that's one of the things where like
That would
people
be
hate on Man of
hilarious.
Steel where they're like this guy has zero lines and it's like okay put him in a movie give him zero
Give him zero
lines
lines. No,
like that would
if
be jokes man
that would have been jokes.
like
It's just I feel like I think the reason, like the whole metaphorical reason why he used Ultraman
yeah
was like Superman literally fighting with his Kryptonian self.
sure yeah
And then at the end his humanity is what won.
yeah
You know what I mean?
I
Like
think
that's
they
the
could have
whole thing behind it.
I think they could have leaned more into that if
Yeah.
they're if that's like the way they're going with it that's nice. It's just give us more of that internal struggle of his Kryptonian side outside of what the mass media is seeing.
Yeah.
Because like you do see him like go up to Lois and kind of be like, "Yo, like what they're saying is not true. Like that's not me." Like, and she's
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, I know." Like he's very like scared of how people are gonna look at him and like treat him and stuff. Because he's like, "Yo, like that's not me. Like it's not true." So like I just feel like maybe like if there was more of an internal struggle on his part before that point where he's kind of just like you see like his Kryptonian parents as like a safe space. So now it's like okay, now that you see the full image of like who these guys are, how does that really like screw with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I think that's all I really wanted was like just a little bit more depth out of those moments like that because like again it's sprinkled with so many moments that are good. It
Mhm.
just doesn't have like it doesn't go deep enough into some of them, but it's enough to give us that flavor of like
No,
this
you're
is
right.
Superman.
You're right
Yeah.
because it's like how long have because he's been Superman for 3 years.
Yeah.
How long has he been working at the Daily Planet?
Probably 3 years.
How long have him and Lois had a thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because she wouldn't have found out right away. And honestly, like I might have actually liked it more if she found out that he was Superman in the film. Because like when he first starts off at the Daily Planet, like I don't like she doesn't know that he's Superman. when they first start out, and
No,
then like
yeah,
have it
but
so
we
like
don't know, right? Like, we don't know if that's like what
well
if she.
they can play it however they want because they can have it where because she knows that he's Superman, she's the one who lands him the job at the Daily Planet, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can
yeah.
work it that way too. But then I don't know if you watch like Adventures of Superman, but like within the first season, like Lois finds out that like while he's working at the Daily Planet that he's Superman. So then if we went along like something like that, like I think it'd be actually really cool if we had Lois find out at the beginning of the movie that like this is Superman.
I feel like what I was gonna say was, do you think like, because while I was watching the film,
Yeah.
I fully felt like at one point that Lois was gonna turn on him.
Oh,
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
think
think so
so.
either.
Like she's gotta have his back the whole way through. Like it's
No,
just
because I was like, oh, like, because she was so iffy about the relationship, and then the news came out, and I was like, okay, word, like, she's not even 100 feet about him like this. This shit comes out, she's probably like, I'm out, you know.
yeah.
So
That's like like the thing is like Lois said she's not ready for a relationship and she has her own struggles. So I think
Hmm.
to me it was like seeing that Superman has struggles. She's more like ready for the relationship, or it's more like okay, we both have things to that we need to like work through or something. So I feel like in that sense, like maybe if they had just shown more of that again, like I think my problem with the movie is really just show me more and tell me less. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think that's really what it is. um, but Matu, you were saying before the brown guy
Oh
died,
yeah, like the scene, like Superman's like
like with
fully
Mr.
crying
Terrific.
and everything, and then it swaps to the next
Yeah,
scene, and there's like this upbeat ass music, and it's just like, what the fuck just happened?
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't like. I know that's like James Gunn's like flavor in terms of like
yeah,
soundtracks,
It's his mo.
but like
yeah,
I don't know. Not for a Superman
Hmm.
movie. Like you said, Josh, like
yeah.
Hans Zimmerman, man. Like
Yeah, Hans
Yo,
Zimmer is
I
crazy.
don't know if it
Hans
was
Zimmer
just me,
soundtrack
but
is insane.
did does Superman feel kind of like Spider Man to you in the way that like his quips and like the way that he talks and stuff?
no,
Like okay, like you know when he's like
He
fighting
seems
someone
more.
and then I think it's Guy Gardner or Mr. Terrific who was like, "Yo, like what are you doing? You're just laying there." And he's like, "No, like I'm doing something." Like he's like, "I'm doing something important." Like you know what I mean?
Here's the
no,
thing.
that's in
For
comics. Like
me,
it's not like it's
it
he's
seemed
fully
he seemed
serious.
more. Yeah, and he seemed more like, again, like, young. It just That's
That's
just a
also
Yeah.
young
true. Yeah.
person,
Okay.
right? Like, he just
Yeah.
seemed like a young person who's trying to do good, and he just views things in a certain way. And then Guy
Yeah.
Gardner just been doing it for a while, and he's like, bro, you don't know shit.
He
Let
also
me show
views it
you.
in a
I
different
think
way.
Yeah,
yeah. No, no, I think it was Mr. Terrific talking to him though. But there was like a couple moments like that where like he's just like, man, like I'm trying or like I'm doing like it's just like the way that it came off. It's like it does sound very young, but it felt
yeah.
almost like Spider-Man young versus Superman
Mm,
young. But maybe it's because like we don't really get a lot of young Superman stories.
We
no,
also
we
don't
don't.
get
Like,
that
the
as like
only
Cause,
time.
we always get like a serious type of interpretation. Like what's the last like
yeah,
comic booky
because
interpretation we've had of Superman?
like
Have you ever
absolute
watched,
Superman.
like, I think it's Legion of Superheroes or something?
The one where he fights that America guy.
No, it's like,
What are we talking about here?
uh,
Okay. I mean, like, while you find it, I think because usually Superman's, at
okay,
least in his comics and stuff, he's fully grown, and
I
you
found it.
have like Supergirl or Superboy be like that younger version that like needs the struggling and growing
Yeah.
up. So we normally don't see Superman having like grow up through
I
stuff.
found it. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, and it's basically, it came out like early 2000s,
Yeah,
and it was um, an animated series, and they come from the future, and they take a young
yeah,
Superman, and they bring him into the future, and he's young, and like in
yeah.
that iteration, you see how young and like naive he is.
Yeah, because
Because
he's not the hero that the legions look up to. Yeah,
exactly, because he hasn't matured
yeah,
and become that person yet, because he hasn't experienced all those things in life.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I've seen that version or like that
But I'm
like
saying I feel
prequel.
like that's what's going on here, because
Yeah,
think about, okay, now look at James Gunn as a director, right? If you look at his audience, his target audience, and the
it's
people
gonna
that
be
he
kids.
wants are going to be kids who are growing up with it and who are probably in
Yeah,
some way, shape, or form identifying or like relating to
yeah,
him, and they're going to grow up with him as the story progresses.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't just throw in a serious person right away that appeals to all of
No,
us like
of course.
adults.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, you know what I mean?
No, he's definitely like young in this, which is just like you don't see that often as like Superman.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
it'll be refreshing to see like him grow.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, like the whole like Baravia Josh and
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
fucking beef. Like I was like, yo, like
It was so
like
random. I felt like
yeah, it was
it was
just
like the
random shit.
randomest countries of like whatever they like named. Like I
No,
was,
I know, and the thing is, like, I think he made it up, like, because there's obviously countries in the DC universe
yeah.
have beef or like are political, like
Yeah.
whatever, right? But like, bro, one was clearly like people of like one was more like ethnically diverse than the other country. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Now that you bring that up, there was actually part of like the showing like show me don't tell.
yeah.
Um you had somebody kind of like bring up how like Lex is gonna benefit from whatever's happening with Baravia, like because they took note that like Luther Corp is actually like exporting a bunch of stuff and their business is like booming with anything Baravia related.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like that was like that right there because that was like a side conversation. That was like a conversation they had in that meeting, and that conversation was enough to be like, oh, this Baravia conflict might have been done by like Lex. You didn't need them to like double down and like explain like more of that.
Because I
You
think,
know?
but because like the people involved the entire time, they were like, "Yo, like Lex is schemy, bro."
Yeah,
Like they've been the entire time been like, "Yo, watch out for Lex." Sometimes trying to
yeah,
pull a different angle. Like, what's he trying to
Mm-hmm.
do? Because the entire time he's been pitching this like whatever Guardians of the Earth or whatever the fuck his shit was called
yeah,
that he's been pitching. They were like, "Yo, I don't know what's kind of sketchy is Lex." Like they
yeah,
were already skeptical, and then if you're already skeptical and someone just gives you a little bit more like evidence, you're like, "Yeah, fuck this guy," you know?
yeah. That random note, but they named it Luther Corp after
Mm-hmm.
Smallville. Like they took a lot of inspiration from Smallville, which I actually really love about this. Like, and it's not just about like the movie; it's the actors in the movie. Like Nicholas Hoult, um, he got like inspiration from Michael Rosenbaum's Lex. Like he grew up with Smallville. Same with David Cornsweet. Like they grew up with Smallville, so they like their iterations almost like you can really feel that inspiration from that younger version of Lex and Clark.
Yeah. Facts.
So I think that's what like really does it for me. It was like because I mean you know that Smallville is probably like one of my favorites,
Yeah.
and then just like yeah, seeing that inspiration is like okay yeah like you guys got my stamp of approval.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about the movie?
Let me think.
Because I mean I guess I haven't really we haven't talked about this, but this is also with Supergirl. Like, how do you guys feel?
I to be honest, I haven't
So,
seen that actress in a bunch of
Anything?
things.
She's in House
I've
of Dragons apparently.
okay, yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen her in House of Dragons, and in House of Dragons, I was kind of like, "Oh, you're so like meh."
Oh, really? I heard
Yeah,
other things. I heard people love like they love her in House of Dragons.
I've only seen season one and like part
Okay.
of season two. Like, I haven't finished it,
Okay.
but her whole character is like
Okay.
that's her character. She's like all straight face all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
she's like,
straight back.
she's like straight face all the time. She's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so much better than
But
you.
she portrays it well. I guess I don't know.
Huh?
Well, that's a totally different character than what she played as
And
Supergirl.
also, she's much like in House of Dragons. She's also much younger, like way younger.
He's
Like
younger.
Yeah.
I don't know how old she is in like the end of this film, but it looks like she's 5 years older than
Yeah.
how old she was then, right? So I don't know. Like I haven't seen her or anything.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's a good actor, but I don't know. Because all the the only
She's
Supergirls I
25
know.
years old.
Okay, so that's a pretty good age to be acting as Supergirl,
Yeah. I think so.
and like
Yeah. I think from like the quick scene that we kind of got of her, I feel like she'll do fine, especially when she's sharing the screen with like Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Dude, if we get Jason Momoa as Lobo, I'm
Like
I'm
that's
hyped.
gonna hit.
that's insane.
Is that confirmed?
We are.
Okay, that's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. Like, I think everything like, cause like we talked about how safe this movie is, and it feels like a very safe movie. I just feel like it's set up so well for the
Hmm.
DCU now. Like,
Mhm.
the 3-4 projects that we
That's
have lined
true.
up. Like, what is it? Peacemaker season 2, Supergirl, and then we have the Green Lanterns TV show, and Guy Gardner is supposed to make an appearance in that TV show as well. And then I think is it Clayface? Clayface is the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Clayface.
So like, I think we got some like really solid projects coming in, and like they like props on these guys because they had so much pressure coming like going off reeling off
Yeah.
of like all the DCEU stuff. Yeah,
Oh, bro.
yeah,
Unreal. Like the amount of L's that DC took in like the last
yeah.
like however many movies, like
Like
Aquaman 2, The
it's really
Flash.
refreshing to see like
Uh,
even if you have it at an 8 to 9, like wherever you have it, like it's really good considering
that's
like
yeah.
where DCU needs to be at. Like
Oh yeah, I like it.
yeah. Did you have any other questions though?
I. Hmm. What scene do you guys think was the most overrated scene, and what do you think was the worst scene of the film? So best and worst scene, I guess you could say. Because I know you guys did touch on best scene, like
You said
Josh.
overrated is different because best scene was that Lois interview for me, but
Okay.
overrated scene like I don't know what people are thinking as like what's overrated right now. Like it's the movie just came out, so I haven't really seen like people really talk about what their favorite scene was so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think mm, I think one of the worst scenes like like for you probably it's the engineer related ones.
That's the worst scene for sure.
That's for you
For
for
sure.
sure.
She's horrible, bro.
100%.
He literally
Um
like, bro, why are you all up in his mouth and all up in his stomach, bro?
I think
And
the
then he's
worst
fucking
scene
yakking you out after, bro. I was like, bro, this is dirty ass. Get out of here.
The worst scene for me, there's the other two. I think it's tough to say, but when they first released the pocket dimension, I just didn't like the way they just went and showed us
Into
this
it?
pocket dimension. Like
Yeah.
it's not even that I hated the scene. It's just the fact that the idea of it being in the movie, when that hit me at that time, I was just like, bruh, like we're really about to go into pocket dimensions now.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
you know what scene I actually really liked,
when
and
Superman's
it's so
escaping
random,
the black
huh?
hole, when
What?
Superman's escaping that black hole.
No, no, no. It's when the fucking Bravia fucking prime minister is fucking running
Yo, it's
away.
fucking yeah.
Um,
The stupidest fucking shit, man.
I think the other worst scene for
Yeah.
me was
That
just
shit was hilarious.
it would have been one of the Lex scenes, I think, like
Mm.
the one where he was just saying all of his shit, and because it's weird because in that same scene we get Superman saying like what he stands for, so that
Yeah.
makes it such a sick scene. But then it's like the minute it's like on the Lex side of it, I'm like, oh no, like it
The,
would have been Lex related if I did hate any of the scenes or
you know what
one of
we
the worst
really
scenes.
didn't see was his super hearing,
That's
Yeah, we
facts.
didn't. No.
because in the
Or
first
we didn't see
scene,
X-ray either, did we?
No,
no,
we
we
did, we
didn't. But
did,
in
we
like the
did.
first
When they're
scene,
fighting the kaiju, he
did we?
X-rays to see
They,
into the
they show
kaiju.
they show a
Oh
glimpse
yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah,
They
yeah,
show
yeah,
a
yeah.
glimpse of it. Yeah.
No, no. But when the first scene where he's like where Crypto's taking him home, and he's like, "Yo, Crypto, take me home" and shit, right?
Yeah.
And then they're repairing him, and then he's like trying to get back into the fight, and the
Yeah.
Talking.
engineer's like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there, like right
That
outside
was
the
my
fucking
thought too.
home base, just like watching him. I'm like, bro, like, peep her. Like, what are you doing?
Honestly, that might be the worst scene. Yeah, I think that's the beginning of that movie right there, and
Hmm.
especially when like Lex pulls up afterwards and they have Ultraman, and then Ultraman opens the key to like the thing. That whole section right there is probably like the worst part of the movie.
Hmm.
Yeah, because everything other than that is like it's almost on 10. Like you're invested and you're just like this is like one thing after another. This is cool. Like that area was still kind of set up, and like you don't really know who the characters are yet, and you don't really care for the characters yet. So it's just like
Hmm.
at that moment, like I didn't really care for it too much, and then you kind of just like, if anything, you have more questions. Like the Ultraman thing, you're like, okay, this just revealed that he's a clone of Superman or something. The fact that he was able to,
Mhm.
or like from another universe that he was able to
Yeah,
open
yeah.
the thing, right? And then having her like engineer, like I know you already have your
This
issue
guy's
with
got
her,
personal beef
so
with the engineer.
Fucking whack. Like such a whack character, bro.
yeah. So I don't really need to explain her that well, yeah.
And literally, bro, have you ever
Especially
watched like? Have you ever
especially
watched
because
that?
she comes back. She comes back after doing some like recon and doesn't even
Yeah.
go in. And they're like, "Nah, you did your job. Like, come back." And you're just like, "Bruh, like, what the?" Because what would have been sick is if Superman was flying out, sees her, and then starts beating her too. He would have been like,
One A,
fight
one
back.
A, one A.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird that he like literally flew
Yeah, yeah.
past
You
her and
didn't
didn't
hear
even like
her?
take
Like
in that
what?
like she was there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And bro,
nothing.
no super hearing, no
Well,
super
didn't even see
seeing,
her.
Nothing
Like
super.
nothing
super
super
eyes
about
too,
that.
right? He has super
That's the
eyes.
one scene that they
Like,
they forgot to be super.
yeah. I mean, he's obviously busy like trying to get back into the fight,
But you
but
know,
like,
like you got super
come on,
hearing.
like
You got
you would have noticed
hundred
somebody close to the
percent.
fortress because nobody can just, yeah, nobody just
You
shows
know
up
what
near the
else is
fortress.
crazy? Is it literally says, yo, it's his first loss.
Yeah,
So he's never like,
yeah,
and it even phase him.
yeah. Well, we technically didn't even see that part of the fight because we only see
No,
when
I
he
know,
comes back
but
into the fight.
it didn't even phase him. There was no moment in the film where he's like, ah, shit, bro, like I lost. Like somebody was able to get fuck
Yeah,
me up. Like there was no sort of like self-reflecting moment. He was just like,
But isn't that
fuck
kind
it,
of Superman
round
though?
two,
Like where he
and
just
round
that
three.
continues to go.
No, it is. It's. I mean, that part is sick because
he
like very
stands up
like
to what like what's required of him. You know?
it's like very
Yeah.
hopeful and it's very like Superman, right? But then there should have been like a moment where he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like this guy was able to fuck me up, but like I'm gonna get back in there." You know what I mean? Like it didn't even
Yeah.
have to be like a like just him acknowledging it a little bit. Not even like oh fuck, like mental breakdown, like I can't. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm saying like more like yo,
Yeah.
like oh
Just
shit, I got
acknowledge
fucked
it.
up. All good.
Yeah.
Let me just get back in there. But I get it. Like this is my first time experiencing defeat like this. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
like for 3 years he never took a L, bro.
Yeah.
If you put it like
do
that, then you
I
take your
do
first L, you're just gonna be like, hey, whatever, like I'm good, you know?
Yo, I had the biggest smile on my face as that intro was rolling in though, where it's like three
Oh, yeah,
decades
yeah.
this happened, like 3 years
Mhm.
this happened, 3 hours
No,
this happened. Like
it was like a great way to establish the universe because they're like metas have been around for like what 3 decades, right?
yeah,
So you know that like you can have like you can introduce like whoever you want. You can be like, oh yeah, they're
whenever
like
he wants to. Like,
yeah, and you can be like,
yeah.
oh they're this much older than Superman or
So
this
that's
much younger than Superman.
that's one thing they're doing with DCU is James Gunn was saying how like some of the stories will take place either before or after Superman. Not
Yeah.
necessarily. He just wanted to start the whole universe with
Yeah.
Superman, which is obviously makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's why I kind of feel like Supergirl will take place
Yeah, I agree.
before Superman,
Yeah,
and then the Lanterns I think will
I
also
think it
be.
might take place after.
But
Yeah.
you think it's after? Okay, because
'Cause the thing is, like,
Guy
yo-
Gardner's supposed to be in there, and I feel like they're supposed to be doing some like intergalactic stuff. So I was like, that could be either during, before, or after. Like it's kind of like they have free reign with that because they're literally showing us 3 Green Lanterns in
Yeah.
this TV show,
it's what Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guy Gardner.
and Guy Gardner.
That's
we
sick.
get
That's unreal.
all 3, which is insane. So it's like it's weird that they're all 3 at the same time, but
Yeah.
you know whatever. I'll take it, man.
Oh,
John Stewart live,
facts.
like I'm waiting for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about the movie. I think
10 out of 10.
I think
Fuck
we
it.
covered a lot
No,
of it.
sure.
Yeah.
No, but I've actually been seeing like a lot of
Um,
people giving it like that near like 10 out of 10. Like, fuck,
10 out of
people have
10.
been like
No, it's
riding it like crazy.
It's
Yeah. As a
don't know.
comic book movie, like I do think it does something that no other comic book movie has touched, and like how it goes, like really dives into that comic bookiness of it, and I feel like that's so refreshing and so different. Like nobody leaves it that fantastical. Like there's always some type of realism or something grounding the movie, and this doesn't do that. Like maybe it's the political stuff
Yeah, probably.
that does it, but not like for the majority of it, like you're just kind of along for the ride and just enjoying it. So like I can kind of see why like people like at least comic book fans would just like they don't really see any of those negatives and they just
True.
give it a 10 out of 10.
True. I think that's the end of the podcast. Jochik might murder us. He might fly all the way to Edmonton and just kill us. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you guys for watching. It was a return pod. It was it's different. We haven't done this before or in a while. We're also using a different
Yeah.
software. Don't know if we're gonna do the software again, if I'm gonna be honest. But
We'll see how the quality turns out.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
that was our Superman 2025 review. I think we all gave it pretty good ratings. I think we all liked it at the end of the day. Let us know what you guys thought about it. Let us know what you guys think about maybe some theories and whatnot, maybe going forward. If you guys have any fan casts of what you'd like to see. Yeah,
maybe we'll get a Fantastic Four one coming
yeah,
out.
yeah,
'Cause
maybe.
that's coming out in a couple of weeks
That
now.
is, I mean, next week or something like, no?
Next. Oh yeah. Oh, it's already the
Dang.
16th. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Peace.
thank you guys for watching.
Peace.